So this is a diagrammatic representation of a neuron. Neurons are the cells that can transmit signals which are called nerve impulses or action potential. You must have heard that the nerve cell is the longest cell in an animal body. In human beings, the nerve cells are up to 90 centimeters long, an individual nerve cell. And in case of giraffe, it can go up to 100 centimeters. So definitely it's a very long cell type. And the length of the cell is very important. It's a characteristic feature because the cell is responsible for transmission of impulses. So greater length will ensure less number of junctions and the impulse can be transmitted at a much faster rate. So what is an action potential that is being sent by the nerve cells? Let us know that. An action potential is a quick rise and fall in the electrical membrane potential of the neuron, which transmits signals from one neuron to the next. You'll be surprised to know that the inner side of the neuron is usually negatively charged at rest, and the outer environment of the neuron is positively charged at rest, under resting conditions. But whenever a nerve cell is excited, it is about to carry an impulse, what happens is positive ions start going inside, the sodium ions, as a result of which the electrical potential of the inner protoplasm of the nerve cell goes back to positive, which we say as depolarization. Thereafter, it is again restored, which we say as repolarization. So rapid increase and decrease in electrical potential of a nerve cell is important for its activity to be occurring properly. So there are different types of neurons. First, we talk about the sensory or afferent neurons. So afferent neurons and sensory neurons mean the same thing. These relay information from the PNS to the CNS. So from the peripheral nervous system to the central nervous system, information is being passed on by the sensory neurons. So these are very important for us. They help in reaching of the impulse from the outer surface of the body, from the receptors to the central nervous system for processing of that information, and an order is supposed to be sent back to the effector, which will eventually show a response. As for example, suddenly you touch something hot. The degree of hotness is perceived by the receptors present on your skin, and those are being sent to the CNS for processing. The CNS then advise you to withdraw your arm from the hot object, otherwise serious damage can be caused. And definitely your arm then acts as an effector. This reaching of the impulse is very important for an order to come to you so that you can act according to the stimulus. This is possible because of the sensory neurons. Then we have different type of sensory neurons which can detect temperature, pressure and light. These are nothing but external stimulus which can be perceived by different types of sensory neurons. Then we have got motor neurons or efferent neurons. These are the neurons which send signals from the CNS to the PNS. So from central nervous system, an order, a suggestion, an advice is supposed to come to the peripheral nervous system, which will act accordingly. For this, we have got another type of nerve cells which are known as the motor or efferent neuron. These signals provide information to sensory neurons to tell them what to do. So they are basically willing to initiate muscle movement according to the nature of the impulse. So impulse will be sent by afferent neuron, and an advice, a suggestion, will be coming back to the effector by help of efferent neuron. That's how these two types of neurons work sequentially to show a response of an individual to a particular stimulus.